Welcome back to my channel. Here's my F30 as you guys have been watching. It's been about a month since I have done the full Airlift install. I made a few changes, added a second compressor, ended up having a leak coming from the one side of the water trap line going into the manifold. That the actual fitting was leaking in between the black part and the gray compression fitting where the hose plugs into. So I found it was kind of a little bit tight on the actual tank itself, in between the trunk liner and everything. So what I did was I went to a local company in town, which Rob recommended. Thanks for that, Rob. You can follow him on Instagram. I'll put his Instagram information right here. But I went to the local trucking company and got some fittings and some extra lines so that I could reroute the lines where I wanted them to go, and they're out of the way and there's not so much tension on the lines anymore. So yeah, now no more leaks. I've been driving it around here and there when we have some nice days. It has warmed up here in Calgary. And we've done a few more photo shoots, which if you go to my Instagram right here, you'll see all the latest pictures. And David DeBorgia, Nolan, Josh, a lot of guys have been killing it with the photography lately. And Mile 5, you should go check out them. Their Instagram will be right here. We're actually doing a promotion with Mile 5 of when I get to 1,500 subscribers, we're going to give one of you a free t-shirt from Mile 5. So if you want to know what their clothing and their apparel is about, go check out their Instagram at Mile 5 Clothing. Their Instagram page is on fire, and I think you would love it. Today, the car's got to go in for service on Tuesday. I got a torn front CV boot, so we need to get that fixed up. And unfortunately, I think it's going to snow on Wednesday, so I'm going to put on my winter tires, all-season winter tires that I ran last year on the car, and just hope that if we do get some snow, I'll be able to at least get the car home on Wednesday if it has to stay at the BMW gallery overnight. I'd hate to have it at the gallery and then run into an issue of not being able to get it home because I'm on the pure summer tire still. So kind of doing some precautionary work. I just want to pull the tires off. I want to check to make sure there's no rubbing, no issues with any lines. Make sure that the height sensor cables are still tucked away, not getting in the way or interfering with anything. And yeah, just do a few minor things before I take it up there for them to do a bunch of work. And there is something exciting coming with this car while it is at the BMW gallery. So stay tuned, subscribe, and comment if you think you know what's coming next. Anyways, let's get to it, but I'll first show you an update video of what the new trunk system set looks like. Okay, so here, as you can see, we got dual compressors set up. The tank, I got the air lines running to both sides, and then coming off of the tank on the one side, which we'll get some light in here for you to see, is I got another fitting to go on this end of the tank so that the line can come off of the tank, run up here to the water trap, which I got mounted on the wall here, and then the line from there comes down into the manifold. So I want to redo the the manifold plate in here, just so it looks a little cleaner. Obviously this is trial by error, and I wanted to do this once and only once and right, but obviously with the lack of experience on doing the install, I wasn't quite certain on how, or I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but obviously I didn't, and it's a learning curve. The Airlift sponsorship team has been nothing but absolutely phenomenal. They've been a great amount of help. They're always there to answer any questions, any issues, anything that I may have anything wrong, or you know, any troubles. They've been great to deal with, and I highly recommend Airlift Performance for their customer service. It has been outstanding. Okay guys, so I just going through everything in here. Everything looks pretty good. Everything's still buttoned up pretty good. The bags are still looking super nice. No rubbing, no fender well rubbing, no lines rubbing. Everything looks really good, except for obviously all that grease. It's made a complete mess on the inside of everything in here. That grease just, it got everywhere, so we'll get that fixed this week. But everything else I'm happy with. Everything looks good. Everything's nice and tight still. No rubbing issues. Yeah, so let's put the tires back on. Let's put it to the ground. We'll get it ready to take to the dealership. Okay, for those who are curious, because I've not seen any videos on this yet, what is the maximum ride height for a BMW F30 on Airlift Performance suspension? And what is the full aired out? Well, I'm gonna show you. So right now, the car is fully aired up, overfilled. To be honest, they said 125 is maximum, but I put it right up so you guys can see full travel. So basically that's as high as she's gonna go. And you got right here, that's got a couple fingers, and then the front you'll see 3 fingers, which is basically, I think that's even higher than factory. So it gives me lots of clearance for the front lip. And I basically can get anywhere with it now and not have to worry about scraping. So let's go to my ride height. Touch the Airlift and then double tap. Okay, so there's basic ride height. With the white rims, because they actually come out farther, I can't go any lower than this because I'll actually rub up in this inner fender. The backs, same thing. I think I'll be okay on these winters. I probably could go a little lower, but I'm not going to because I'm not driving it in the winter time. It's only going to be a summer car. So because the summers are so much wider, they actually rub up in this fender well if I have this dropped any lower. So that's ride height. So now let's go and let's fully air this out. There, the bags are completely emptying, and now just a touch of a wheel gap. That's what it looks like. That's the fronts, and then the backs, like no wheel gap. She is tucked. And the summers, they tuck just as hard. So there we go. Now you know what max ride height is and what's fully aired out. I hope you guys found this fascinating and interesting. I hope that you will subscribe and comment below for even greater content that's coming. I'm just starting, so let's do this. I want you guys to come with me. I want you to support me. Share this with your friends. Let's do this together, and let's watch the car get ready for the next car season.